Well, hello there and welcome back, you lovely lot. Today we have a beautiful autumnal set for you using Shona's eBay glitters that she sent me. And what we said we'd do is we'd pick a glitter. So we're going to go for chocolate pudding and she would do a design with it and so would I. So we're going to collab and see what we come up with, and this is my design. So the first thing I'm going to do is come in on the little finger with rose gold. This is a beautiful chunky mix from the eBay shop. I will leave the link below for you, and they do ship worldwide. When I did the nail mail haul, I did get a couple of questions saying that they don't, but there is a link to follow and it definitely does. But I will pop it below for you, so you can just click on it and you can rock and roll. So I'm putting that about 3/4 on this little finger. I'm doing it in very small beads, so I'm getting a teeny tiny bit of clear acrylic, dipping it in that raw glitter mix and putting it on, and then I'm just going to nudge that around till I've got the full coverage, making sure it's nice and flat, that it's not over the edges or the free edge of that nail. Next we're going to come in with chocolate pudding. That's right, this is the glitter that we're going to collab with. So I am going to frame all the way around this middle finger. So I put down, first of all, I found with these false nails on this Flexi hand that if you put down a little bit of clear acrylic first, then go and pick up your teeny tiny bead of clear acrylic, raw glitter, it will release from the brush better. I'm not getting it inside the bristles of my brush. And it also makes it really easy to nudge around because it will actually stick to, the nail better. So in this case, because I am framing the nail, I'm going round in really, really small, tiny bits because I want to make sure that it doesn't go into the middle. I want to make sure that it's flat. I want to make sure it's not chunky. I'm conscious all the time that these nails are going to stay nice and thin. We don't want big chunky monkey nails. So with that in mind, I will put down a small tad of clear acrylic, dip my brush into the chunky mix and do it in small sections. So I'll just let you watch this for a moment. So once I'm happy with that, everything's nice and flat, and you can see I've got a lovely frame there. I am going to leave that to set. And then I'm going to come in with the little finger with Moyra's Extension. It's the glitter one. I'm not sure of its exact name. I will link it below. I'll find out, I'll link it below, but it does have like a shimmer in it. It's beautiful. And what I'm going to do is pull that down over that glitter. When I'm happy with that, leave that to set, and I'm going to come in with Trojan, which is a Moyra shade, and it's the most gorgeous nude, and I'm going to do that all over the ring finger. Again, pat that into place, check the sidewalls and the free edge, leave that to set, and then I'm going to come in on the pointer finger. I can't remember exactly what I did on here. Oh yes, I do. Okay, so I came in with Trojan, which is that beautiful nude, and what I'm going to do is leave a corner of the tip free, so clear. However, I wasn't happy with it, so I did it, I let it set, and then a bit later on I have to fix it because I wasn't happy with the amount of clear that I left. So leave that to set, we'll come back to that. I have left it in for you. And here I am capping the ring finger. So I've left this in for you as well. A little bit of capping, not every nail, just a little bit. The two things I find boring as anything is capping and filing. So don't want to bore you guys. So again, checking the sides, making sure that's structure and everything's there, and then move on. Now what we're going to do is come in to this clear panel on this middle finger. and I have the most gorgeous autumn leaves. I got them from AliExpress and they're actually in like a black, brown, yellow and beige, but it's marbled. The actual colour is marbled on each leaf. So some you might get all black, on another you might get brown and yellow, and they are absolutely stunning. So I'm placing them on this middle panel, putting a few there, making sure they're nice and flat, nothing sticking out. And then we're going to move on to the next nail. So we'll leave that to set, we'll move on to the thumber, and here we're coming in with Moyra colour Scent, which is the most gorgeous off-white. It has like a shimmer to it that's almost like a shifting colour. It's absolutely gorgeous. So what I'm going to do here is put that down at the nail bed area, and then I'm going to come in with chocolate pudding. I'm not going to use, and I'm going to put it into that wet layer of acrylic. So I'll quickly pick that up with my wet brush, put a few of those chocolate pudding pieces down, nudge them around when I'm happy, and then I'm going to pick up a teeny tiny bead of clear acrylic, and I'm going to dip that into the rose gold, and I'm going to put some of that on top of the chocolate pudding, so mixing those beautiful chunky glitters together, all the time making sure they're flat, they're not protruding off the side of the nail, and making sure that I'm happy that it's all covered. So nudging that round nice and careful. So once I'm happy with that, I will leave that to set, and then with a wet brush that's full of monomer, I'll run that gently over that middle finger. Then I come in with a wet bead of clear acrylic, and I will put that thinly over this nail, and that will fill in any gaps between the glitter, the maple leaf and that nail. Leave that to set before coming in and capping that properly. Now, this pointer finger, I wasn't happy with the clear tip, so I actually filed it off, and what you can see me do here is come in with another bead and build a very small wall there, pat that into place, making sure that tip is clear, and then I come in with a small bead of clear acrylic, really small, before coming in with those maple leaves, and I'll put one at the tip and one a bit further down. So I'll place them strategically where I think they would be more appeasing to the eye. Now the second one will protrude off the end. I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to leave it to set, and then what I'll do is come in and just cut the edge of that maple leaf off, which again I have kept in for you, so we'll do that a little bit later. Now a wet brush with monomer again, and then a very wet bead of acrylic just to run over that before coming in with those rose gold strobe stars. So I'll put a few at the top, and then I'll fish out some little teeny tiny ones, and I will put them at the bottom, fading into that nail bed colour. Then I'll leave that to set before moving on. So once I'm happy with that, I'm going to leave that to set. I'm going to come in with the scissors and just trim off the edge of this leaf, and then to make sure that it is in line with the rest of the nail, just file that softly, and then I will cap all the nails and file them into shape. Now what I'm going to do is, using the rose gold striping tape, I'm just going to pop that just to finish off this pointer finger, and then we'll go on to some stamping. Now I'm using Clear Jelly stamping plate, I'm using their scraper and their actual stamper. I also have their brown shade that I'm using now to do the actual base of the leaf. So I'll bounce that on, and then I'll put that on the nail. There we go, that's that. And then I'm coming in with Born Pretty. Now this is a most beautiful metallic colour changing, so I wanted to do that as the detail. So I'm putting that on the this is layered stamping, so that's on there. I'm just going to take off any excess, look through the clear end of the stamper, and then roll that on. Press and roll. That's it. Do that again, only this is going to do the top of the nail. So pop it on, scrape it off, roll, take off any excess, press and roll. And there we go. That's it. So you'll have the brown of the base, and then that beautiful metallic shade will come through. Then that's it. That's the end of the design. Now we're going to do the top coating, where everything all comes to life. All those beautiful glitters, those metallic stamping. Put a little bit extra on here. I don't want to wet the polish and it move. So I put a generous amount on. I will float it across, and then I will swipe down and take off any excess. Look at those leaves, aren't they gorgeous? I just love the shades. They're absolutely fantastic. They're my favourite. Anyway guys, this is the end of the design. I really hope you've enjoyed this video today. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed already, I would love it if you would. All the details of all the products used today will be listed below as always. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for tuning in today. So until next time guys, bye!